Hello, viewers. Today is Saturday, November 23rd, 2024. I'm here again with Mr. S.N. Sukumar for his thoughts and opinions and analysis on day two of the first test match between India and Australia at Perth. And we will just go over exactly what happened on day two and what is Mr. Sukumar's analysis. So, welcome back, Mr. Sukumar. India did do very well. They got rid of those tailenders at around 100 score, I think. And then the Indian openers did very well, and we did not lose any wickets. So, what is your opinion, thoughts, and analysis on day two of this test match?
Yeah, the day two actually we went well for India. With the thanks to they get rid of the last three wickets in a short session. Though they made a consummate session, they didn't give too many runs to add. So getting 46 runs first innings lead is a very good lead considering the conditions prevailed in the first day. But second day was totally different in the sense wicket has eased out, and then even the temperature at the Perth was a bit higher, I believe. So the sunny conditions dried the wicket nicely. So for the ball coming onto the bat, and even India found very difficult to dislodge the last wicket. In the sense, they took about 18 overs. They played 18 overs to get rid of the last wicket, adding 25 crucial runs for Australia. So considering all this, there is happenings in the first session. So everybody knew that the wicket has seized down, and especially the Indian openers, they had a very good opening stand. With a lot of credit goes to KL Rahul. Got a very nice determined frame of mind to stay at the wicket and do a lovely opener's job. So that he later order batsmen, especially stroke players who are in the middle of the during the innings, can have capitalize in the Australian attack. That is what I felt. But even having 218 runs lead, the sense 172 no loss and adding to 46 runs first innings lead, 286, we are in the right path to gain a good third innings total. That is what my opinion.
Okay, so talking about KL Rahul, because I did mention on day one itself, when we won the toss and batted first, even though KL Rahul did not score runs, I was telling you on day one that he played very well as a traditional opener, and he was able to go back and across, cover his off stump. He did not play away from the body. He had very soft hands, and also when the ball is pitched up, he didn't go for the full drive. He just pushed it. So that's a very good hallmark of a good opener. He didn't really go hard at driving through the covers or mid-off. He just pushed it. So it's better to just get a couple of runs as opposed to getting a boundary. Especially in Australia, you don't want to nick. So he played right behind the ball. And I felt like, for somebody who was not opened for a long time, he showed a lot of promise on the first day itself. And on the second day also, he continued on that and he capitalized on that. And in my view, he played a typical, very good, solid opener role. He was never troubled by the fast bowlers. He knew exactly where his off stump was. He let the ball go outside the off stump without any issues. I think this is a very good sign for India in the sense, in the later part of the series, I believe that KL Rahul should continue to open because he is not going to add a lot of value coming in at number 5 or number 6. Whereas as an opener, he is able to play the new ball so well. I know you will have some failures. I mean, that happens. As an opener, you will get out if there is a very good outswinger, in the first few overs. Any batsman in the world can get out. But, he shows a lot of promise as an opener. So I personally feel that even if Rohit Sharma comes back, I would open with Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul and push Yashasvi Jaiswal to number 3 and Gill to number 5. So, tell us more about what you felt about KL Rahul. This is what I felt as someone who has looked at this game, and I really felt like KL Rahul did a very good job as an opener.
Suresh, you yourself being an opener, you have analyzed KL Rahul's technique and then the way in which he leaves the balls very nicely, and his temperament also is very high caliber. So his body language is also is determined to stay at the wicket, and then you have nicely described him. And you also want him to have a long run as an opener. even though Captain Rohit Sharma comes back for the second test, your opinion is he should have it. That is totally a team management decision. Coming for the second test, Rohit Sharma comes. It is totally. We have three openers right now. They might fill the top three accordingly. Because only to the conditions prevailing there at the Adelaide. So coming back to our prospects for the third day's play, even if the sun remains with the 24, 23, 25 degrees centigrade there, you might get a good cricket first session itself. If we lose early wickets, then we might struggle. As we know, early wickets puts a lot of pressure on the bowlers. But getting early wickets may not be easy because they already bowled with this new ball. That is what the second 57 overs are already bowled there. So remaining 23 overs are there before the second new ball. But 23 overs itself, they may not bowl with medium pacers or fast bowlers. They might hold one and up. For the first over, they might try. But thereafter, they might just push to 5 or 10 overs in between to gain the second new ball. That too, the second session. It could be in the second session or the last 15-20 minutes before the second session.
So
That is what
I feel that they will start with Michelle Stark and either Hazelwood or Cummins. They would like to see if Stark can get some reverse going, to see if he can go around the wickets and try to attack the stumps, because there is no point in trying to get a nick at the 57th over kind of a ball, right? The 58th over kind of a ball. You should try to attack the stumps, and they would like to go for LBW or bold kind of a dismissal, and they will try probably 4 or 5 overs of Stark, and then they will switch to Nathan Lyon, as you said, for around for 7-8 overs before they get to the new ball kind of a scenario. So I think they're at a disadvantage if they don't take any wickets in that period between over 58 to over 80. India would have added another 50-60 runs at the minimum. So that will take the lead further. So I think Australia is in the back foot right now. It is very imperative for them to get some early wickets in the morning. Otherwise, they are looking at chasing close to 400. No matter what the wicket is, chasing 400 on the fourth innings, I think it's very, very difficult for any team. I know there are some instances, like odd instances, 3 or 4 instances where teams have chased 400, but it is not an everyday event, an every test event. It's very, very difficult to chase 400 on the last innings. So I think India has a great advantage. But what do you think that Australia should do to at least regain some kind of an advantage back to them?
They will not get early wickets. In the sense, as you rightly said, they might bowl up to the start. They might bowling full deliveries, maybe to get a nick or get an LBW by have that. So if they get an early wicket, they might have a control over the innings. Otherwise, we might bat Australia out of the game as well, because first session is very crucial. Then with 50, 60 over ball, they may not do much things, because if it's going to be hard, then the ball may not move wobble or anything like that. So India has a very good advantage, even in the first over itself. Then we'll have to see.
And also, if you look at it, 17 wickets fell on day 1.
Yeah.
Only 3 wickets fell on day 2. So day 3 is going to be crucial, because we will be at the midpoint of the test match by around noon. So at that time, we should see exactly how many wickets had fallen, and see whether the wicket is holding up, or it's going to start showing signs of breaking up. Then that will allow the Indian bowlers to come and take advantage of it. But I do feel there is one area where the Indians might regret. I don't know whether this will happen or not, but let's say that the wicket does break a little bit on day 4. We do not have Ashwin to take advantage of it. They have left-handers, Khawaja, Travis Head, Carey. So they have 3 left-handers at the top of the order. We don't have a genuine off-spinner. I know Washington Sundar is a good off-spinner, but compared to Ashwin's experience and the kind of variety he has, and he is also more like he flights the ball better than even Washington Sundar, because Sundar bowls a little flatter, right? He's more like a T20 bowler, not a test match bowler. He took wickets in India, but I will not go by spinners taking wickets in India, because even Jadeja has taken a lot of wickets in India. So you all know that the Jadeja is not a traditional spinner of the ball. When the
Yeah.
wicket is helping him, he will take wickets. But Ashwin is a different kind of a bowler, right? He can flight the ball. He has better control. He has got better variety. So I think India, if the wicket does break, India might feel the absence of Ashwin. What do you think?
The breaking of wickets do happen in the middle of the test matches. Really, as you rightly said, the third day after second session of somewhere there. But we saw that now, as of now, the wicket is flattened, and then it is not giving much of even it gives a pace, but doesn't make much of deviation of the wicket or something like that. So that is totally flattened. But considering the nature and then the expectations of the experts over there, it is likely to break. That is what I got the report. Likely to break in the sense snake-like break. It may not be it may not be in the 5 meter mark or the woodland area. It could even be right through the wicket, snake-like. So hitting the rough or is a ridge could happen. It has happened earlier also in Australian wickets. This will be right through. The sense footmarks and all will create some imbalance, and then the cracks could be right through the wicket, so like that. So in that way, it will create a lot of confusion over the batsman who is going to play the fourth innings. That is what my impression.
Okay. Especially if Stark bowls around the wicket, you're
Yeah.
going to get more footmarks in the left-hander's
Or
off
the
stump.
right arm spinners.
Yeah, the left-hander's off stump, and that's going to be
Yeah,
dangerous,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, yeah,
He is
so
actually bowling that to create some rough for Nathan Lyon. But Nathan Lyon is not the sideways spinner; he's an over spinner. So we have played him much better. We have played him right till the second day. We have played him much better. If you go on to play shots or if you want to attack, he might get some couple of wickets. That doesn't matter. But till second day we have played nicely. But Nathan Lyon only will trouble them when he start turning the ball sideways. So that way we'll have to wait. If something is going to cracks and all, he might definitely bowl. We'll have a long spells.
yeah, I think the first 3 hours, 2 hours before lunch and 1 hour post lunch, if India can just carry on by losing only 1 or 2 wickets max, then I think it sets the stage for the others like Pant to come and really accelerate the scoring and do very well in the later part of the day when the bowlers are tired. Then you are looking at close to around, if everything goes well and you don't lose too many wickets, we can get to around 360, 370 at the or even 400 at the end of the. Right now it's 170, so we can get to around 400 by the end of the day's play if you don't lose wickets. But of course, if you start losing wickets, then it's a different ball game
Then
altogether.
it all get reduced.
Yeah.
See, as of now, there are more chances of we doing well. For
Yeah.
first day also, for the second session, we started doing well because we started bowling well. Then we also made the Thailanders we got the Thailanders quickly. Then we played 2 sessions without any wicket. That is forging up a big partnership of 172 runs. So these are the positive things. If you could survey the first hour with the 57 over old ball, then things will go in India's way. That is what my prediction.
Okay. So in summary, I think it's going to be another interesting day's play, day three. And let's see how the Indian batsmen perform on day three. And we will come back to you on the day three analysis in another 24 hours. Thank you so much, Mr. Sukumar, for your time. And viewers, I'll come back to you with another episode tomorrow. Till then, take care.
Thank you.